All right, guys. Hey, what's going on? This is Ryan with Ethereal Metal Webzine, and I'm here today with Jennifer Haben of Beyond the Black. Thank you for so much for taking the time today to chat. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm having a lot of snow here, and that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah, same here. We just had a storm last night, so
Yeah.
that's great. So with these past 3 years now, with all of the craziness going on with the pandemic globally, how have you been doing with your family, your friends, the band? How's everyone doing?
I think we're pretty fine. So we had the luck that nobody that is super close to us was like having all of that bad situations, you know. So yeah, we were lucky, and also that we're lucky to still being here, still doing our stuff. I know that there are a lot of bands that couldn't do that, and yeah, we're just thankful.
So the band originally from Mannheim, Germany, having formed in 2014, the band has seen 8 years of music success. Having seen such quick success in 2015 after the release of your incredible debut album, Songs of Love and Death, the band saw 12th place on the German music charts. Exactly 1 year to the day later, the band released their next album, Lost and Forever. 5 months after the release, it was announced that the current lineup were parting ways, and the new lineup was announced. What was the selection process like, and were those chosen to be permanent members already known by you?
The selection. I was not in the best mood during this time when the band change was, of course. I had to deal with a lot of thoughts like not listening to my music anymore and all that stuff, even if I knew that I want to continue and that I want to, yeah, just take a step and yeah, step by step, and that I want to do this. So I think I did not really think a lot about what is the best choice for the next band, or I don't know. I was just happy that I had someone that I trusted, to know people that are, yeah, like good people.
Yeah, of course, that's important.
Yeah, the previous band, we were super close, and personally everything was good, but in this case I was happy that, yeah, I actually knew the person that is combining us, or connecting us, and yeah, that was very important for me. And in the end, of course, we had a audition for
Right.
keyboard and bass, and for every single instrument. But in the end, it was that these people that I got to know about this one human being that I really liked. So yeah, in the end, everyone is still here. That was from that connection, and I'm super glad, and I really love them.
That's really great. Thank you for sharing that. 2016, 2017, the band had the opportunity to play in support of two of hard rock's most well-known names, Aerosmith and Scorpions. How was it supporting these two acts, and how did it come about?
It was just amazing and incredible, and I couldn't sleep.
I can
Of
imagine.
course. Yeah, it was in the beginning of Beyond the Black, and I never thought that we could play support for Scorpions someday, and then it was
Yeah,
just 2 years after the start. So, and Aerosmith, of course, it's just huge, and yeah, it was crazy, a crazy time,
I can
and
imagine. That must have been a great experience,
after,
though.
yeah, when I think
Yeah.
about it now, it's I don't know how I did this, also standing on that stage, because I remember that I did one song as the last song, just me and the guitar, and I was so nervous. And then I did this in front of so many people. Oh,
That's great.
that's crazy.
No, that must have
I
been really cool,
that
though.
was an
Yeah.
autopilot.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
in 2018, the band saw the departure of keyboardist Jonas Rosner followed by the release of your third album, Heart of the Hurricane, followed by an extensive European tour in support of Within Temptation. How did that tour come together, and how did that go playing with Within Temptation?
Within Temptation was the perfect fit for us, of course,
Absolutely.
and we're personally listening to them, and yeah, it was just crazy because, of course, playing with Scorpions is huge, and of course you
Absolutely.
can't believe that, and for your personal thing, you can do a check mark. Okay, we played
Yeah.
for it for such a big band. But Within Temptation was the perfect match. So we knew that there were a lot of people that could like our music as well, as
Absolutely.
much as Within Temptation. So of course we knew, okay, that is a huge thing for us. So maybe more than playing in front of Scorpions.
Sure.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, so we were so happy to do that, and now every time we are seeing each other, we're having a great time, and yeah, you couldn't imagine that before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great because the genres match really well. And I think the energy and the presence that you both bring on the stage matches really well also. So I'm really glad it worked out for you guys. 2020, we saw the release of Horizons, probably your strongest release to that date, with the band seeing their highest chart positions yet. You're Not Alone and Out of the Ashes are two songs that have always spoken to me personally on a personal level. Can you share the story and inspiration behind these two tracks?
I can try. To be honest, it's always like this with me. When I'm writing an album, I have these songs in my mind and the inspiration and all of that stuff. And then after we were releasing the album, I'm writing new songs and I forget everything that was
Exactly.
before. But I know that Out of the Ashes, and the other song was
Yeah,
You're
so
Not Alone.
it was Out of the Ashes and You're Not Alone.
You're Not Alone. Of course, as the title says it, we were always trying to bring positive things to the people, even if we're talking about a lot of dark stuff.
Yeah.
Dark stuff, dark moments, but always with some kind of light. That's beyond the black. Beyond the black is light.
Yeah.
And and with these songs, we wanted to show the people some strong things, that they really don't need to be alone with these dark thoughts, these tough moments.
Sure.
And that is something that we're always talking about, also in the new album as well.
Yeah,
And Out of
absolutely.
the Ashes is also some kind of a reincarnation, now experiencing all of that stuff. For me personally, it was thinking about the whole band change situation. So
Yeah.
Out of the Ashes was always a positive message for myself, to grow stronger through this one thing that was kind of horrible for me.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
And absolutely. And I can say that the energy that the current band has brought to the structure and to the presence that you put out when you perform and everything, it's a really big change. And I think it's a positive change, and it definitely seems to be that. So switching gears to your upcoming fifth self-titled album, Beyond the Black, releasing January 13th, has once again raised the bar incredibly. Having been through the promo of the full album several times myself now, there's no question that this is going to be your strongest release yet. Um,
Ah.
yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's really great. It's very strong, very well done. With four singles having been released so far, fans have gotten a taste of what to expect from this new album. With so many things having changed in the last 3 years due to the global pandemic, the worsening hate and division, fear and the unknown, and so much more, this album shows an immense growth and gets to the heart of so much. How did COVID affect the writing process and the recording process? And what is something that you learned about yourself through this whole process?
That's a good question, because of course the pandemic was inspiring everything, somehow, because we were facing a lot of questions that we didn't have the time before. So like big questions like, okay, where are we standing now? and or where am I standing, and is that what I want, and what is what I want. And also that is what we did for Beyond the Black as well. Okay, what is what we want, and what do we want to tell the people out there. And answering these questions were the base of this new album. So
Right.
writing the songs and recording everything. And I think if you have a picture of what you want, you can start from a different point, as if you don't know where to go. With
Sure.
Horizons, we had an experimental album, so we didn't know where to go back then. So we wanted to experience stuff, writing with other people, recording with different producers, and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So we wanted to try and error somehow. And
Sure.
I think you can hear that on that album as well. That
Absolutely,
it's
you can.
not like
Yeah.
one big picture. It's
Yeah.
more like every single thing wants to be something.
They're kind of
And
standing on their own. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
this album, this new album, is like one big picture. It's with one big team, and all of this is made by these questions or these answers that we gave ourselves. And and I'm lucky, and I'm happy that a lot of people can hear that as well.
Reincarnation, the first single released back on June 17th, encapsulates a new and fresh energy. A song seemingly about the chance of rebirth and change through some deep self-discovery. This was an
Mhm.
incredible choice for the first single. With an almost folk metal feel, with what almost sounds like ukulele pipes being played, this is sure to become an instant favorite from the album. The video released with it has an energy that's even bigger to it, with absolutely stunning visuals, with kind of an almost Final Fantasy feel to it. Can you tell us a little bit more about the inspiration behind the video and the shooting process?
Yeah. The whole album has a big concept behind them.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about, okay, what are the themes that we are always talking about? And we came to these four themes, like love, loss, humility, and battle, like
Yeah.
fighting for
Yeah.
ourselves or for others. And in the end, this is what we were thinking about in these videos as well. So you can
Sure.
always find these four symbols, these four themes, and with the seer that is showing
Yeah.
us the way to our happiness, and to find our true selves and to go through hard stuff and find happiness. And this is what we're wanted to show in all of these videos, and also have a big concept behind it. And as you can see, and if you watch the videos, you can see all the symbols somewhere,
Yeah,
or a
absolutely. Yeah.
mask, or something. And you can see that it's just one big thing.
Yeah, that's great. Out There, another single from the album that we got to first hear back on August 24th, is a song that perfectly encapsulates what many felt through the pandemic lockdowns. Feeling alone, isolated, and filled with fear of the unknown, panic and fear easily can set in. Can you tell us a little bit more about the story behind this track for you personally?
Of course, all you said is right, and all these were the thoughts that we had when we were writing this song. Anybody out there are a lot of moments where you think you're the only one having these emotions that
Absolutely.
you have.
Yeah.
And then maybe you find out that it's not true, but first of all you think, okay, this world is crazy, what is happening here? And
Yeah.
yeah, this is the moment where we thought, okay, let's try to write a song about that.
Call your name into a sky of dying stars. Raise your head. The eternity above will change your heart. Don't be scared. Take a step no matter where it's gonna lead. If you stay behind, you will lose your mind. Don't believe a thing they said. So raise your head.
Raise Your Head for me is a really powerful track about looking beyond self-doubt, fear, and isolation. I absolutely love the arrangement on this track. The vocals and melodic are really, excuse me, the vocals are very melodic and catchy with a great hook. The instrumentation on this track is really great. Looking beyond what's in the mirror can be one of the hardest things to do when we become our own worst enemy. And a global pandemic with massive lockdowns is one surefire way to make us feel like we're our own worst enemy. What are some of the tools that you use during the pandemic and some of the hardest and alone times to stay positive and to look beyond what you see when you look at yourself?
The tools that I've used,
Yeah,
I was listening to a lot of music, and a lot of positive music as well. I was listening to Disney.
yeah, that's great.
So escaping to my childhood, that was pretty good. So
Yeah,
I'm very, very glad. Also connecting with family and friends more. That
yeah.
was really important for me. And it's sad that it's changing again, to be honest, because we're back to normal and being busy and all of that. So it's kind of sad, but it's better than it was before the pandemic.
Not in Our Name probably is one of my favorite tracks on the album. Has an incredibly anthemic feel to it, and is going to be a live favorite for sure, without question. This track for me is about standing up for what is right and speaking out against hate, division, and self-destruction. Can you tell us a little bit more about what inspired this song?
Musically, I know where it came from. I was watching a lot of animes during the pandemic as well.
You can pick that up
So
for sure. Yeah.
and I was watching Demon Slayer,
Oh
and I
yeah.
haven't
Okay.
watched it before. And if you're listening straight to the thing, and you're watching the series and anime, maybe you find something inspiring in there.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely something there for sure. Yeah.
In tears nobody chose to hear. You may have washed your conscience clear, but I remember dying here. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember?
So the closing track, the post-apocalyptic "I Remember Dying," has a very solemn, dark yet beautiful and epic feel to it, with low harmonizing choir-like vocals throughout the track and a really dark yet beautiful string arrangement. It kind of feels like a dirge of sorts, reminiscent of Wardruna's Helvegen. Can you tell us a little bit more about this final track?
I think that this final track, that is one personal thing for me, because it's a special interest thing, I would say, because I don't know if everyone can understand this song, because it's very special and it's not like a hit thing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's it's more like small in itself, and I was listening a lot to Hans Zimmer and a lot of movie stuff. So that was the world that I was in when I was writing that song. So more of I was having pictures in my head, and also this "Do you remember?" that was more like a Lion King, something like
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool. That's
before.
cool.
But I knew, okay, if the people should understand the song, we should put some words there, so it would be better to understand. But yeah, that was the thing that inspired it.
So switching gears again, in addition to some festivals you have coming up, are there any plans for a headlining tour in support of the upcoming album release? And would any of those dates possibly see you over here in the US?
We are planning a tour. At the moment, a European tour.
Yeah,
Because of course, yeah, financially stuff is still messed up
absolutely.
everything, you know.
Yeah,
But if we have the opportunity, we always wanted to go there to you guys, and yeah, we still try. But of course, we have some festival shows in the summer,
yeah.
and yeah, at the end of the year, we are planning a tour. Yeah.
That's great. Well, Jennifer of Beyond the Black, thank you so much for taking the time to chat today. I really appreciate it. For those listening, if you haven't heard Reincarnation, is there anybody out there? Winter is Coming and Dancing in the Dark from Beyond the Black's upcoming self-titled release. Please go stream them now. They're available on all streaming platforms. And be sure not to miss the full album release on January 13th via Nuclear Blast. Jennifer, thank you so much again for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your support and your interest. And I wish you a great day.
You as well. Thank you again.
Thank you. Stay healthy.